That's why most older guys still know how to fight, because you had to fight all your life. But we ain't trying to fight nobody ourselves now, because they got them guns, so.
John Knight is an intervention specialist who took us inside the Henley Young Youth Detention Center, where teenagers are housed for various crimes. And he admits there are gang-affiliated members inside.
I was an insane vice lord.
He is a former Vice Lord gang member, now trying to turn around those young people through his program, Living with Purpose. He says Jackson's gang problem is growing, with smaller factions associated with larger, more recognized gang titles. These images spray-painted around Jackson are calling cards. Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples, Latin Kings, Simon City Royals, Black Pea Stone. JPD sources say the Metro has one of the largest concentrations of Vice Lord members in the nation.
But now, things have changed for the worse, because these kids don't want to follow rules. So now they have cliques. That's where we have a serious problem with cliques. It's not vice lords and gangsters.
Unlike previous police administrations.
But Scott, again, we have to lean into that issue. We have a gang problem. We have a gang issue.
Jackson's police chief, Joseph Wade, identified the gang problem in Jackson immediately after being promoted to the city's top cop. In the explosion of violent crime, he says there are correlations with small factions of young gang members.
One of the first questions we ask, what is your gang affiliation? Guess what, Scott? They're open and honest about it. Most of them would tell us what is their gang affiliation. They will tell you it's almost a badge of honor.
Authorities say they are keenly aware of gang activity not only in Jackson, but the state of Mississippi. The FBI says it has several task forces looking specifically at violent crime and gang activity.
I am a supervisory intelligence analyst with the Violent Crime Program for the FBI.
Jason Reed's job is peeling away the layers of the violence outbreak and the groups in large part fueling the fighting.
We're seeing a little bit of all of it. We're seeing narcotics trafficking. We're also seeing carjackings take place, as well as business burglaries and stuff like that. We still have the Gangster Disciples and Vice Lords and Simon City Royals, but you'll have, like I said earlier, the neighborhood-based gangs, which will claim association or imitate those larger gangs out of respect or to gain the respect from rivals.
The feds and local law enforcement are not only tracking it, but targeting those groups.
We're watching. He goes to the storage facility.
JPD reinstituted an intelligence unit crunching data that comes in with violent crime cases in the city and digging deep into social media where those gangs actually brag about it.
They don't just carry out activity. They post it on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram.
And in some cases, those gangs have not only been coming in from outlying cities like New York and Chicago, but also Hazelhurst and Crystal Springs.
What we've seen, Scott, is that we've had individuals who are 4SK affiliated, and they're coming into Jackson from Canton, Mississippi.
The chief even going so far as to offer to sit down with gang leaders in the city, hoping to talk them into curbing violent crime.
I'm not talking about this to scare people. I'm talking about this to educate and inform our citizens, because they need to know when they hear these shots fired in their community. Again, I want to say, you're talking about gang activity, drug activity, retaliation, a cycle of violence.
John Knight is hoping to help, working outside and inside these prison walls.
My job as being the lived experienced consultant here at Henley Young is to diffuse these young men's mind of the BS while I got them here.
The work being done as an old gang problem continues to take new shape in Jackson's violent crime streak. In Jackson, Scott Simmons, 16, WAPT News.
U.S. Attorney Todd G. says his office is working with federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. Back in April, the Justice Department announced that 37 members of the Simon City Royals had been sentenced in connection to violent activities, drug trafficking, and money laundering.